This is what we are working with. We have kind of thrown everything into a pile on that side of the room, excluding a couple of things still in the bathroom and a few things on charge. And Mitch is over there working on his laptop and completely ignoring us. But yeah, everything is in a pile. We've somehow got to make this into 2 carry-on bags, 2 medium suitcases to fit the regulations as per a flight. So yeah, that's where we're at. It's a bomb site. It doesn't look great. We've got to work on this. Also, we're watching YouTubers about their packing habits while we look sadly at ours.
What are your thoughts on the international airport?
It was crazy busy outside. Like, I was not expecting how many people were outside. Like the noise level when we got out of the grab, was just like woof. Otherwise, inside, at least where we are, it's very clean, very quiet, very orderly. We are bang on 3 hours before our flight takes off, so check-in is just opened, meaning that there's not that many people here
like
yet.
0 line behind us.
We couldn't see any scales to double check your weight beforehand, so we're just gonna line up and hope for the best. So I don't really want to line up again. We bought a weight thing, but unfortunately it seems to be fluctuating quite a lot, so we don't know. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I have to say currently.
And you're excited to be heading back to Manila for the first time in 22 years?
I fluctuate between being excited and terrified. I'm not sure what to... Damn it, these people just created a new queue. I'm not sure what to expect really. Yeah, I guess we'll just see when we get there. But I'm also very tired. And we have a long wait.
What time's our flight? Take off?
It's like 1:10. And we land in Manila at 5 or 4:50 or something a.m., which is like, that's all I have to say on that. Alright, so we got to the start of the line. We waited in line for half an hour. The wait, which we were worried about, wasn't an issue in the end. What was an issue, however, is the fact we don't have an onward ticket. We get told that sometimes they'll ask for it, but they're saying that they can't actually even check us in until such time as we have an onward ticket. So we don't have the opportunity to sit around for the next 3 hours and find a flight. We can't check into our current flight, but we need to now buy a ticket out of the Philippines within the 30-day visa time that we...
No, well they just need a flight out.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have a visa then.
We can get an extension. We just go there saying we're going to get an extension.
I think we need to ask them that because I don't know. I don't want to buy a ticket if we get there and they're like, no, sorry, it needed to be within your 30-day window. We have now been here for about an hour trying to find a flight out of the Philippines that we might actually want to take at an appropriate price, an appropriate dates, so that we can check into our flight to the Philippines. We've been ups and downs in terms of how frustrating that is because we just had no plan. We had intended to, go to the Philippines, see what it's like, and then decide whether we wanted to extend our visa and stay there or whether we wanted to go somewhere else, and where that somewhere else might actually be. Because at this point we don't know. We're still umming and ahhing. Do we go to Mexico? Do we go somewhere else in Asia? Do we go to Europe? What do we do? We just don't know the answers to those questions, but we're being forced to make a split-second decision so that we can actually check in and then get on our flight tonight. Just, I guess, our tips is to make sure that you either have some idea of where you're going afterwards or just have your flight booked beforehand so that you don't have to worry about this. Take number 2 into the line. We now have a booking out of Cebu and we're hoping that we can check into our flight. Not even get onto our flight, just check in. Mitchell? Mitch didn't feel good about this process.
Going through security is always a pain with this much camera gear.
Yeah.
And
batteries.
Yeah, so we've got 3 drone batteries, power bank, I got 2 laptops, got the drone, camera, phones. And I always want to look at all of it.
Yeah.
It's
and then rescan it all.
rescan it all and everything like that.
Trying to learn as best we can how to take what we need to take out, what they're going to want to scan and rescan and look at.
Yeah.
But there's always something we miss because there's so many things.
Any kind of high capacity lithium battery, it's just too thick for the X-rays to go through.
Just take it out.
Just take it out and put it in a tray. It's just so much easier.
And we found that, well, there's a lot of airports we seem to be going through that even though you're wearing rubber shoes, joggers or sneakers, they want you to take those off as well. Jewelry,
which is a pain.
All the jewelry,
I
hair clips.
I specifically bought shoes that don't have any metal in them so that I could wear them through.
Oh well. Also we got trays thrown at us by security guards. So we're like, we have no trays. But anyway, we're through, our bags are checked in, we are on the other side of security and immigration, so we are finally on the way to the gate, 2 hours exactly after we first arrived in the airport.
And now we're leaving the Philippines from Cebu, and we didn't know if we wanted to do that, but we are now. And apparently we're going to go see Macau.
Yeah, because it was a cheap flight at approximately the dates that we were maybe going to leave. We didn't have a plan, but now we have a plan apparently. Had a momentary like, oh my god.
So they have these cool little sleep pods tucked away here. It's 11 or 14 USD for an hour and a half to 2 hours. And you just go and get a little card that you beep to get into the room. It's pretty cool. Here's where we're settling. We've got a PowerPoint, so yay, floor.
Well, this seems like the only way that we can get it to charge is to actually put a bag on it. Otherwise it keeps falling out.
Our flight's been delayed. We're sleeping, resting our eyes on the floor.
I mean, it's marble.
It's nice and cool on my back.
It's cold. But it's very comfortable.
Soothing.
Yeah, on our poor, sore, tired bodies. I've already been questioning whether we're even in the right airport or in the right city. And then I was like, no, the security would have not let us through. We wouldn't have been able to check in.
The funny thing is Jen stays up to midnight like habitually.
I know.
But oh my god, we're out doing something. Zombie.
Yeah, because it's stressful, mate.
We're in.
If you are seated next
I'm in.
to an emergency exit rows, please use your briefing card.
Kind of in.
Sa inyong palagay ay hindi mo
I'm wedged in.
ang mga kaluturan ng exit row.
So much of a brace.
Sa mga cabin crew sa mga sandaling ito. Cebu Pacific is certified under the
I got some
IATA
space.
Operational Safety Audit or
I'm just like finding it very difficult to control how excited I am to actually be back in the Philippines after 22 years. And it's so strange because I feel really at ease, I feel really at home, I feel just, yeah, happy. I can't wait till my mum gets in. Another 4-ish hours because her flight's been delayed. But yeah, Mitch is in line still getting the food, and then I have found us a table because it is just absolutely manic in here. But yeah, I can't shake how excited I am to be. I think at some point someone's going to pull me over for being like high, but for now I'm just like riding on it.
I don't know what I got here, but it looks pretty intense. I'm going to eat a few of these.
Oh no.
Waffle bits, cashew, chocolate chunks, mango sauce, all kinds of stuff. So we left one section of the mall walking across the bridge to the other section of the mall. There's 3 of these. They're huge, and you get like patted down and go through a scanner every time you go to different sections.
We found Mum. We were very worried that we were going to abandon her in the airport. It took us an hour to get from Mall of Asia. But anyway, we've got Mum. We're in a Grab and we are just about to drive to our apartment. Apparently all the family is already at our apartment. Yeah, it's an hour and a half because of traffic. We'll see how long it actually takes. Maybe I'll put it in the alarm.